Hello, folks. Bob Hodem here with the Alternative Board Miami Valley and my client, Dan Johnson with Birch Creek Wealth Management. Dan, a number of my business owners, I'm looking for some guidance here today for the group. A number of my business owners have been asking me, geez, in the next few years, I'm going to be selling my business. How should I begin to invest? What should I become? What should I do? Can you give us some insight and guidance for the business owners who are watching the video today of some suggestions that you might make and what you're seeing in the marketplace?
Yeah, happy to, and thanks for having me, Bob. So we're getting a lot of those questions from clients too, and many of our clients are business owners themselves. So, really the what we're advising them to do is go back to the basics, go back to the blocking and tackling, right? So I think it was Napoleon that said, genius is someone who can do the average thing while everyone else is losing their minds. Right.
I like that.
So if you can get back to, for example, and this is going to vary based on where you are and,
Sure.
and your life cycle. You mentioned business owners that may be approaching the time to sell their business.
Right.
So let's use baby boomers as an example. Someone who's approaching maybe a traditional retirement age, 65, what have you. What we do is have them take a bucket approach, is what we call it, a mental accounting of, do you have safe liquid assets set aside for the short term, right? Whether that's 1 to 3 years, cash, CDs,
Okay.
Right, money markets, short-term bonds, to give you enough cushion to make prudent decisions with your what we call medium and long-term bucket, right? Maybe medium is 3 to 8 years, long-term 8, 10 plus years.
Great.
And so if you have that short-term safety net filled and that black swan event happens, you have this cushion to fall back on, right, that will allow you to be more disciplined with your long-term investments. And so, flashback to March of 2020, a 5-week period.
Do we have to?
A 5-week period, the market has sold off 35%. You're not having to jump out of these, stock
okay.
or
I see what you're
riskier
saying.
positions because you've taken this bucket approach and you have that margin of safety. So that allows you, again, to get back to basics, blocking and tackling, but also implement some planning strategies. So instead of having conversations around, selling at a loss or taking a hit on your portfolio leading up to retirement in that time frame, we're able to look at some really cool planning things like Roth conversion. You may have heard of this strategy of grabbing from pre-tax dollars and moving it over to this tax advantage Roth.
Sure.
Type of account. So, and then tax loss harvesting from a capital gains perspective, which can certainly help business owners that are coming up on a liquidation or monetization of their life's work.
Great.
So, just a few things.
Just a few things, yes, precisely. Do you ever deal with people that get emotional in these situations?
I view our role, one of our main roles, I should say, as wringing the emotions out of investing. Now, Birch Creek, which is a fiduciary practice, we have to have a full understanding of our clients' financial lives.
Right.
So, in fact, we always lead with financial planning, and investment portfolio is a byproduct of that plan, right? So it's important to keep that perspective. I think if you have a plan in place, a written plan, right? The steps, the bucket approach, that mental accounting that helps you have that sleep at night factor, you're much more likely to take prudent steps when that black swan event happens. For example, turning the dial up on the portfolio, buying into a major sell-off, as opposed to running the other direction, which, if history is any teacher, has shown us is detrimental to your portfolio in the long run.
Yeah, I certainly could see that. It's interesting you say planning. I think we tell our members to do the same thing as it relates to their business, right?
You certainly do.
So it's all about the plan.
It's about the plan, that's right.
Well, thanks for your comments this morning. We sincerely appreciate it. I know some of the business owners watching us may take a pointer or two. I love that bucket approach. I really thought about that before. So again, Dan Johnson with Birch Creek Wealth Management, and I'm Bob Hodem with the Alternative Board, Miami Valley.